Hi, I'm Sharon Martin, and this video is about setting boundaries. And in particular, it's in response to a reader who asked a question about setting boundaries with friends and family members who are talking on, and she can't seem to get off the phone or end the conversation in a way that feels polite or authentic, in a way that feels good to her. So she's wondering how she can set a boundary with people who are big talkers. So I thought this is probably something that we can all relate to. I think often, it's not uncommon to have somebody in your life who you know wants to talk a lot, and that doesn't necessarily fit in with your schedule or your lifestyle, or sometimes it's a person who's pretty negative, and that can be draining to listen to. Uh, so, in any case, let's talk about a couple of strategies that you can use. So, I think one thing is that if you know that there's a particular person who is likely to want to talk a lot, you should set this boundary at the beginning of the conversation. You can say something like, "Hey, it's great to talk to you, Mary. I just want to let you know up front, I've got 30 minutes and then I have some other things that I need to do. So at 2:30 I'm going to need to get off the phone." So that sets it up, sets the expectation at the beginning so that they know. And then you have to follow through. Here's the thing is that when you're setting a boundary, you're the one who needs to enforce it. It's not realistic to expect that you're going to tell somebody, "Hey, I need to get going, I need to hang up now," and then expect that they're going to say, "Okay, great, bye, I'll talk to you next time." No, it's your job to say, "Oh, it's 2:30 now, so I need to hang up." And if Mary keeps talking on and on, you're going to need to to maybe say again, or maybe just hang up. But there comes a point again where you just need to take the action. It's not rude at this point. If you have said to Mary 2 or 3 times that you need to get off the phone, you need to follow through. Otherwise, what is the point of telling her you need to get off the phone if you're not going to get off the phone? Right? I mean, that just sends a mixed message to somebody by saying, "Here's my boundary, but then I'm going to let you walk all over it." Right? So only set the boundary if you're willing to follow through and enforce it as well. So that's one part of it. And so the other part of this question from my reader was she doesn't like having to make up excuses. She doesn't want to have to say, "Oh, I've got an appointment and that's why I need to get off the phone," because that doesn't feel good to her. If that feels good to you, that's fine. You are welcome to do that. It's not anybody else's place to make a judgment about doing that. And honestly, I think most of us have done it at least at some point. So in any case, what I want you to think about here is a very common dynamic in setting boundaries, which is it is an overvaluing of somebody else's need. In this case, it's the other person's need to talk to you, and an undervaluing of your own needs. And this is what happens is people in this situation in particular might say to themselves, "Oh, I don't really have anything urgent or time sensitive that I have to do right now. I don't really have an appointment. So what I do need to do, the things on my to do list, or the things that I simply just need for my own well being, aren't as valuable as Mary's need to talk to me." So, for example, maybe at this point in the day, you're feeling tired, and what you would really like to do is lie down and take a rest. It's very easy to dismiss that and say, "That's not valid, that's not important." Maybe I might even say something negative to myself, like, "That's lazy. That's not something that I really should be doing." So I will instead just say, "Okay, I'm not going to do what I need. I'm going to do what Mary needs." And so it's as if the only valuable or valid reason to get off the phone is if there's an appointment, right? If there's a commitment to another person. And what I want you to really think about is that you have commitments to yourself. You have needs. And like I said, they might be a need for rest, or it might be a need to eat something. It might be a need to get some work done. It might be a need to just be in quiet solitude for yourself. Those are all important, just as important as other people's needs in most cases. And so you don't need an excuse or a commitment to somebody else in order for it to be something that you really need to do. The other problem is that often we're not always aware of what it is that we need for ourselves, right? We tend to be aware of needs like I'm tired or I'm hungry or I'm thirsty, something like that might be pretty apparent to you. But there are plenty of other needs, like I was saying, sometimes the need just for quiet, the the need to be reflective, or the need to be with yourself, or the need for a simple pleasure to rejuvenate yourself. Like maybe what I really need is to sit and read a book that I was enjoying. Like I said, it's very easy for us to invalidate that need or not even be aware of it, which is really another form of invalidation. But what I want to encourage you to do is to be aware of your own needs, make them valid, make them just as important. And again, you don't necessarily have to explain that what you need to do is to lie down or to read your book, but know in your heart that what it is that you need to do is valuable and important, and it is a good reason to say, I need to get off the phone, I have something else I need to do. It's as simple as that and as difficult as that. Because I know when we're learning how to do something new, it feels awkward, it feels wrong. But what I really hope that you will take away from this is that it is okay to set that limit and to follow through on it, and that whatever you need for yourself is valid. Thanks so much for watching, and take good care.